Alright, so the day has come, finally, the RM125. We're getting the engine done today. I have all the bearings in the freezer. They've been in there a few days. I'm gonna pop these in the oven, get them heated up. We're gonna drop all the bearings in, get this thing put back together, and maybe in this video, we'll get it going, put it back in the frame, depending on how much I can get done today. So got a full box of parts in here, pretty much every bearing and seal to redo the entire bike, all the new cables, clutch, everything I need in here to redo the whole bike. Got everything laid out, ready to go back together. Got a few parts up here for the thing. And down here we have all the freshly Vapor Home parts, all blinged up, ready to put back on this thing. So if you're new and you want to see this RM125 take shape, make sure you subscribe, like the video for me finally getting this thing going. I've seen hundreds of comments between both my Instagram accounts, on the YouTube comments, on every single video. When's the RM125 coming? When are you gonna start it? When are you gonna finish it? It's almost been a year since I first bought the bike. I know. If you wanna see the finished bike before the vlog actually comes out, you can follow my build page at Project Two Strokes. If you don't follow that account, you're gonna be like days or weeks behind on the build. If you wanna see the bike done and finished before the videos, follow that, and you shouldn't miss anything as far as the build goes. So without further ado, let's dive into this thing and get it all finished up today. finally, months in the making, we got the engine complete here. I know I'm gonna see comments why you didn't put the gaskets on. I'm waiting on parts, but just to complete this video and see what the whole engine complete is gonna look like, I just mocked it up there, threw it on. So it's coming back off, don't worry. Once all those gaskets and miscellaneous little parts come in, the OEM parts I've been waiting on, and I didn't want to push this video off any longer to actually see the completed engine all done up. So let me know in the comments what you think. Huge shout out to Nihilo Concepts for getting me dialed in with this engine stand. It made my life a whole ton easier building this thing. So if you guys are doing any bike builds, I'd highly recommend picking one of these up. I'll leave it linked below. Fathead Racing hooked it up with a head. Not sure how I feel about the red and gold. Might change this out or just blast it. Compared to how it looked before, how dirty it was, this engine is so clean. It couldn't honestly get any better. I'd say it's cleaner than like an OEM bike or how it would come off the showroom floor. Sure, some people will say otherwise, but really can't complain. Shining in the light right now, and I got the Electron hooked up there just to mock it up to see how it's gonna look. But I'm really stoked to finally have this thing done. All bolted together with the spec bolt kit because I couldn't put that dirty hardware back on there. Everything that I used in the video will be linked below, whether that be the spec bolt kit for the bolts, Fathead Racing head, Electron carb, along with the internal stuff. Wrench Rabbit hooked it up with a whole rebuild kit. We'll turn this thing around, look at the other side here. You can actually see the engraving on the head. But this thing is super clean. I'm still waiting on a couple seals. That's why not everything is completely on there right now. This thing is like 95% complete. Try and get a couple better angles on this thing, but thing is spotless. Couldn't get any cleaner. And I'm really stoked to finally have this thing done and carry on with this build because it's been like a year now since I first picked up the bike. So next video, we'll probably put it in the frame over there, get the thing built up, and finish this bike up this month. So let me know if you think I should change this, if it clashes too much. I don't know, maybe once I get it in the bike and I have a couple other red parts on the bike, it'll kind of bring it all together. Obviously just blacked out the covers, pretty simple, nothing too fancy, because I'm still trying to stay true to the kind of OEM look once I get the whole bike built up. I couldn't do a bike build without having an Electron on there, of course. If you have a two-stroke and you don't have Electron, you're doing it wrong. I'd highly recommend picking one of these things up. It's basically fuel injection on a two-stroke. I sell these on my website if you want to pick one up. I have them on every single, or had them on every single two-stroke I've owned. If you want to pick one up, it's on my website, link below. You'll definitely not be disappointed picking one of those up. Bearing and sealing here, clutch kit I didn't let it soak, so I didn't want to put it in there yet before I did that. There you have it. If you want to see the rest of the RM125 build, you can follow my Instagram at Project Two Strokes and at Tyler Monagan if you want to see the build before the videos come out. Always good when you finish a build and you don't have any leftover parts, internal leftover parts that is. So that's a good sign. Hopefully this thing runs. I'll see why it wouldn't. It should. I'm just a YouTube mechanic, definitely no master mechanic. Don't critique my skills in the comments. Cross my fingers, the thing starts once we get it in the bike. So finally got this video out. I know I've seen hundreds of comments where the videos have been on the build. And finally, this month, we're gonna get the whole bike finished up. So next video, we'll get the whole bike built up, or some of the bike built up. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. Like the video for finally bringing out the RM build videos. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video.